The area of a flat, two-dimensional figure is the measure of the space inside it. We measure this area in square units because we're imagining filling up the inside with little squares, as we see here. Before we go on, there's some other stuff you should know about area. The first area we'll solve for is the area of a square. The area of a square is equal to its side length, s, squared. So, the area of square R is side length s squared, or side length s times side length s. So, if this square has a side of 3 inches, the area is 3 inches squared, or 9 square inches. Pretty easy, huh? Let's check out some other shapes.
The area of a rectangle is length times width. So for this rectangle, we multiply length, 5 inches, by the width, 3 inches. 5 inches times 3 inches equals 15 square inches. Let's take a look at the square inches. Each little square on the grid is a square inch. We can count the boxes and see that we're right. The area is 15 square inches. So the area of a rectangle is length times width.
Excuse me.
With your words like knives and swords and weapons.
The view looking down from a helicopter looks like a map. This is Tokyo, the capital of Japan. The city's area is about 240 square miles, but a map that big would make no sense. A map is a much smaller representation showing the main features, as though you see it from far above. Many maps are printed on a large sheet of paper. This is a computer-generated aerial view of New York City. When we look at a map of New York City, we see the lines and figures representing the subway system, streets, bridges, parks, and key landmarks.
People hike.
Maps help us figure out where we are in relationship to key features and how to get from place to place. Outdoor enthusiasts often... Model planes are like three-dimensional maps. They're convenient size to include major features of the thing they represent, and they show the relationships of those features.
A real airplane rolls down a runway.
This is a map of the entire planet Earth.
Speckled with green, red, blue, brown, and more.
Notice that a map of something as large as Earth can be as small as the size of a poster board. Many maps represent smaller areas of the Earth as well, like the small islands in Hawaii or a small city like Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Drawings can even be made to represent spaces as small as a bedroom. These girls have made a scale drawing of how they want their room to be rearranged. It's a kind of a map. Have you ever drawn a picture of a cell? We can create maps or diagrams of things that are so small they can only be seen with a microscope.
Bumpy circles.
I see.
Way on down to southern Alabama with the guitars jamming, that's where we're headed. Straight up to Butte in Montana singing, Lord, I was born a rambling man. California.